Have you ever heard the term credit card charge-off and wondered what it really means? Today, we're diving into this important financial concept. A charge-off can sound intimidating, but understanding it is the first step to managing your credit health. In this video, we'll break down what a charge-off is, why it happens, and how it can impact your credit score. We'll also discuss what you can do if you find yourself facing a charge-off. Let's start by defining exactly what a credit card charge-off is and why it matters for your financial future. A credit card charge-off occurs when a credit card issuer decides that your debt is unlikely to be collected. This usually happens after you've missed payments for several months, typically 6 months or more. At this point, the lender writes off the debt as a loss in their accounting books, but that doesn't mean you no longer owe the money. The debt is still legally yours, and the lender may sell it to a collection agency. Understanding this process is crucial, as it marks a significant event in your credit history. Charge-offs happen when a borrower fails to make the required minimum payments on their credit card for an extended period, usually 180 days. Lenders are required by law to charge off the debt for accounting purposes, but this doesn't erase your responsibility. The lender may continue to pursue the debt or sell it to a third-party collection agency. This process is a way for banks to keep their financial records accurate, but it can have lasting effects on your credit profile. The timeline for a charge-off typically begins with missed payments. After 1 or 2 missed payments, your account becomes delinquent. As months pass without payment, the lender will attempt to contact you and collect the debt. If the account remains unpaid for about 6 months, the lender will officially charge off the account. This doesn't mean the debt disappears, it simply changes how the lender reports it. The charge-off is then reported to the credit bureaus, impacting your credit score. Once your account is charged off, the lender may continue to try to collect the debt or sell it to a collection agency. The charge-off will be noted on your credit report, and you may start receiving calls or letters from debt collectors. Even though the lender has written off the debt for their records, you are still legally responsible for paying it. The collection process can be stressful, but knowing what to expect can help you navigate the situation more confidently. A charge-off is one of the most damaging entries that can appear on your credit report. It signals to future lenders that you failed to repay a debt, which can make it much harder to get approved for new credit. Your credit score can drop significantly, sometimes by more than 100 points. The charge-off will remain on your credit report for up to 7 years, affecting your ability to qualify for loans, credit cards, or even rental housing. When a charge-off appears on your credit report, it'll include details such as the original creditor, the amount owed, and the date of the charge-off. If the debt is sold to a collection agency, a separate collection account may also appear on your report. This means the negative impact can be doubled, once for the charge-off and once for the collection account. It's important to regularly check your credit report to understand how these entries are affecting your score. It's important to understand the difference between a charge-off and a collection. A charge-off is when the original lender writes off the debt, while a collection occurs when the debt is sold to a third-party agency that then tries to collect payment from you. Both can appear on your credit report and both are negative marks, but they represent different stages in the debt recovery process. A charge-off will remain on your credit report for up to 7 years from the date of the first missed payment that led to the charge-off. During this time, it will continue to impact your credit score, making it harder to qualify for new credit. Even if you pay off the debt, the charge-off notation will stay on your report, but it may be updated to show that the debt was paid. This can help slightly improve your creditworthiness in the eyes of lenders. A charge-off can cause a significant drop in your credit score, especially if your credit was previously in good standing. The exact impact depends on your overall credit profile, but it's not uncommon to see a decrease of 100 points or more. This can affect your ability to get approved for credit cards, loans, or even rental applications. The negative effect is strongest in the first few years after the charge-off, but it gradually lessens as time passes. Beyond your credit score, a charge-off can have other consequences. Lenders may be less willing to offer you new credit, or they may only do so at higher interest rates. You might also have trouble renting an apartment or getting approved for a mortgage. Some employers even check credit reports as part of the hiring process, so a charge-off could affect your job prospects. It's a mark that can follow you for years if not addressed. Even after a charge-off, you are still legally responsible for the debt. The lender or collection agency can continue to pursue you for payment, and in some cases, they may even take legal action to recover the money. Ignoring the debt won't make it go away, and it can lead to further financial and legal trouble. It's important to understand your rights and obligations if you're dealing with a charged-off account. Removing a charge-off from your credit report is difficult, but not impossible. If the charge-off is inaccurate or the result of an error, you can dispute it with the credit bureaus. If the information is correct, it will generally remain on your report for 7 years. However, Paying off the debt or negotiating with the lender to update the status to paid or settled can help improve your credit profile over time. If you believe a charge-off on your credit report is incorrect, you have the right to dispute it. Start by obtaining a copy of your credit report and reviewing the details. If you find errors, file a dispute with the credit bureau, providing any supporting documentation. The bureau will investigate, and if the information is found to be inaccurate, the charge-off will be removed or corrected. This process can take several weeks, so patience is key. Paying off a charged-off debt won't remove the charge-off from your credit report, but it can help your credit profile. Once the debt is paid, the status will be updated to paid charge-off or settled charge-off. This shows future lenders that you took responsibility for the debt, which can be viewed more favorably than an unpaid charge-off. It may also stop collection calls and prevent further legal action. If you're unable to pay the full amount of a charged-off debt, you may be able to negotiate with the creditor or collection agency. Sometimes, they will accept a lower lump sum payment to settle the account. Be sure to get any agreement in writing before making a payment. Once settled, the account will be marked as settled charge-off on your credit report, which is still negative but better than an unpaid charge-off. There's a difference between a settled and a paid charge-off. A paid charge-off means you paid the full amount owed, while a settled charge-off means you reached an agreement to pay less than the full amount. Both will remain on your credit report, but a paid charge-off is viewed more favorably by lenders. If possible, try to pay the full amount to improve your credit standing. Rebuilding your credit after a charge-off takes time and effort, but it's possible. Start by paying all your bills on time, reducing your overall debt, and avoiding new negative marks on your credit report. Consider using a secured credit card or becoming an authorized user on someone else's account to help rebuild positive credit history. Over time, these steps can help you recover from the impact of a charge-off. Regularly monitoring your credit report is essential, especially after a charge-off. Check for errors, unauthorized accounts, or incorrect information. You're entitled to a free credit report from each of the 3 major bureaus every year. Reviewing your report helps you spot issues early and take action to correct them, which is a key part of rebuilding your credit. After a charge-off, your debt may be sold to a collection agency. These agencies specialize in collecting unpaid debts and may contact you by phone, mail, or email. It's important to know your rights when dealing with collectors. The Fair Debt Collection Practices Act protects you from harassment and outlines what collectors can and cannot do. Understanding these rules can help you manage the situation more effectively. When dealing with debt collectors, you have specific rights. Collectors must provide written validation of the debt and cannot harass or threaten you. You can request that they only contact you in writing or not at all. If you believe a collector is violating your rights, you can file a complaint with the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. Knowing your rights can help you handle collection efforts with confidence. Every state has a statute of limitations on how long a creditor or collector can sue you for an unpaid debt. This period varies by state and type of debt, but once it expires, you can't be legally forced to pay through the courts. However, the debt can still appear on your credit report for up to 7 years. It's important to know the laws in your state if you're dealing with old charged-off debts. If you're overwhelmed by debt, bankruptcy may be an option. Filing for bankruptcy can discharge certain debts, including charged-off credit card balances. However, bankruptcy has serious long-term consequences for your credit and should only be considered as a last resort. It's important to consult with a financial advisor or bankruptcy attorney before making this decision. The best way to avoid a charge-off is to make at least the minimum payment on your credit cards every month. If you're struggling, contact your lender as soon as possible to discuss hardship options. Many lenders offer payment plans or temporary relief programs. Taking action early can prevent your account from becoming delinquent and eventually charged off. One practical way to avoid missed payments is to set up payment reminders. Most banks and credit card companies offer email or text alerts when your payment is due. You can also set up automatic payments to ensure you never miss a due date. Staying organized with your finances is key to preventing charge-offs and maintaining a healthy credit score. Creating and sticking to a budget can help you avoid falling behind on your credit card payments. Track your income and expenses, prioritize essential bills, and set aside money for debt repayment. If you notice you're struggling to make ends meet, look for areas to cut back or ways to increase your income. Proactive budgeting is a powerful tool for preventing charge-offs. If you're having trouble managing your debts, consider seeking help from a credit counseling agency. These organizations can help you create a budget, negotiate with creditors, and develop a plan to pay off your debts. Many offer free or low-cost services. Getting professional advice can make a big difference in preventing charge-offs and improving your financial health. Many lenders offer hardship programs for borrowers facing financial difficulties. These programs may include reduced payments, lower interest rates, or temporary payment suspension. Contact your lender as soon as you realize you're having trouble making payments. Taking advantage of these programs can help you avoid delinquency and a potential charge-off. Open communication with your lender is crucial if you're struggling to make payments. Most lenders are willing to work with you if you reach out early. Ignoring the problem can lead to more severe consequences, including a charge-off. By staying in touch and explaining your situation, you may be able to find a solution that works for both you and your lender. Making at least the minimum payment on your credit card each month is essential to keep your account in good standing. Missing even one payment can start the process toward delinquency and eventually a charge-off. If you can, try to pay more than the minimum to reduce your balance faster and save on interest. Consistent payments are key to maintaining a healthy credit score. Missing a credit card payment can result in late fees and penalty interest rates. These additional costs can make it even harder to catch up on your payments. Over time, repeated missed payments can lead to a charge-off. Understanding the consequences of late payments can motivate you to stay on top of your bills and avoid unnecessary fees. Credit utilization is the ratio of your credit card balances to your credit limits. High utilization can hurt your credit score and make it harder to recover from a charge-off. Aim to keep your balances below 30% of your total credit limit. Managing your credit utilization is an important part of maintaining a healthy credit profile. Your credit score is a key factor in your financial life. It affects your ability to get loans, credit cards, and even jobs or apartments. A charge-off can significantly lower your score, making it harder to access credit in the future. Understanding how your score is calculated and what impacts it can help you make better financial decisions. Lenders see charge-offs as a sign of financial risk. If you have a charge-off on your credit report, you may be denied for new credit or offered higher interest rates. Some lenders may require a cosigner or additional documentation. It's important to understand how lenders interpret your credit history when applying for new accounts. Having a charge-off on your credit report can make it difficult to borrow money in the future. Lenders may be hesitant to approve you for loans, credit cards, or even mortgages. If you are approved, you may face higher interest rates and less favorable terms. Rebuilding your credit after a charge-off is essential if you want to improve your borrowing options. Landlords often check credit reports when screening rental applications. A charge-off can make it harder to rent an apartment as it signals financial instability. You may be required to pay a higher security deposit or provide a cosigner. Being upfront about your situation and showing proof of income or references can help improve your chances. Some employers check credit reports as part of the hiring process, especially for jobs involving money or sensitive information. A charge-off can raise red flags and potentially affect your job prospects. If you're concerned, be prepared to explain the situation and what steps you've taken to resolve it. Honesty and a plan for improvement can help reassure potential employers. Some insurance companies use credit information to set premiums. A charge-off can result in higher insurance costs, as it's seen as a sign of financial risk. Maintaining good credit can help you qualify for better rates. If you have a charge-off, shop around for insurance and ask about ways to lower your premiums. Financial issues like charge-offs can also affect your personal relationships. Money problems can create stress and tension with family or partners. Open communication and a plan to address the debt can help reduce conflict. Remember, you're not alone. Many people face financial challenges, and support is available. Dealing with a charge-off can be stressful and impact your mental health. Worrying about debt and credit can lead to anxiety or depression. It's important to take care of your emotional well-being and seek help if you need it. Talking to a counselor or financial advisor can provide support and practical solutions. A charge-off can be a tough lesson, but it's also an opportunity to learn and improve your financial habits. Reflect on what led to the charge-off and what you can do differently in the future. Building better money management skills can help you avoid similar issues and achieve your financial goals. If you're struggling with debt or a charge-off, there are resources available to help. Nonprofit credit counseling agencies, financial advisors, and online tools can provide guidance and support. Don't hesitate to reach out for help. Taking action is the first step toward regaining control of your finances. Let's recap what we've learned about credit card charge-offs. A charge-off occurs when a lender writes off your debt after months of missed payments, but you still owe the money. Charge-offs can severely impact your credit score and make it harder to access credit, rent, or even get a job. However, there are steps you can take to address the debt, rebuild your credit, and prevent future charge-offs. Facing a charge-off can feel overwhelming, but you have the power to take control of your credit. By understanding what a charge-off is, how it affects you, and what steps you can take, you're already on the path to recovery. Stay proactive, seek help when needed, and focus on building healthy financial habits for the future. In conclusion, a credit card charge-off is a serious financial event, but it's not the end of the road. With knowledge, planning, and determination, you can overcome the challenges and rebuild your credit. Remember, everyone faces setbacks. At some point, what matters is how you respond and move forward. Thank you for watching, and take care of your financial future.